Hello, my name is Sherry Kirkland. I am from Anderson, South Carolina. I am the author of a book called My Extraordinary Walk. And today I am here to share a story with you. It's actually coming directly from my book, chapter 9. It's called My Comforter. Now, this is a story that I know a lot of people may not be able to receive, but it doesn't make it any the less true. But I know that there are a lot of other people out here who will receive it, and I believe that me sharing my testimony may help somebody else on their walk or their journey with God. This happens to me in December 2015. This is actually before I got saved, and this was actually before the book came out. It's at the beginning of my journey when I actually starting to seek the Lord out. Some of you may not have ever had a supernatural experience, and things of the spirit tend to be hard to explain. So I'm going to have you just bear with me and listen to see if you can understand exactly what I'm explaining. Okay, one night I woke up in the middle of the night. My husband was in the bed asleep next to me, and I couldn't get back to sleep, so I just laid there with my eyes closed. Now, I was not asleep when this happened, but I felt as if my whole spirit turned around in my body, and I was in another place. I was in a black, I call it the void. It was just totally black. There was nothing in this place. And as I realized I was in a place, and I realized there was nothing there, I looked up and there was a light. It was the most brilliant. It was the most powerful. There was a golden light. Now, if you can imagine the sun, how you got rays that shoot off the sun, it wasn't like that. It was a contained ball of golden light. And it seemed to have like a shadow in the middle of it, and it was way far off from me. Now, me looking at this light, that was amazing, but even more amazing was what I felt. As I made eye contact with the light, what I felt was I just explain it as all-powerful tug and pull at my heart. Everything in me wanted to get to the light, but I was rooted and grounded in one spot. The tug was so great. I can't even explain it, but it was not just me wanting the light, but my body, my spirit, my everything wanted the light. And it was so strong that I had to look away. And as I looked away from the light, it was as if I rolled back into my body, and I opened my eyes and I was lying in bed. Confused, puzzled, still feeling this tug on my soul. It actually came from the center of my chest, mostly. Extreme pull. I closed my eyes, and it happened again. I rolled back. I was into the void. I looked up, and the light was in the exact same spot. The same intense pulling, the same intense feeling. It was so strong, I couldn't take it. Had to look away, and I rolled back into my body. So this is the second time. I'm still in my bed. My husband is right next to me. Everything in my room is exactly as it had been, but I am mind blown. And this is how I know it wasn't a dream, because I talked to myself a lot after this. This feeling that I had, that intense pull, it was as if that light was still within my room. I could feel that intense pulling from the center of my chest on my spirit. That lasted probably 20, 30 minutes. And the whole time my mind was just rambling over and over and over what I had just experienced. I know this may sound crazy, and I know that it may be difficult for a lot of people to wrap their mind around, but this is a true experience. I was not asleep. This was an encounter with the Lord. And I don't even know if to say the Lord, God, but what I know is that that light was everything. That light was all power. It was absolute power. It was, I can't say anything more than it was everything. And my everything, my mind didn't understand what was going on, but my physical body recognized and knew and wanted the light. So don't know, I woke up changed. I can wrap my mind around what I saw and what I felt, but I still don't understand, because I wish God would have spoken to me, would have said something to me, I don't know. But from that moment on, I had new focus, new motivation, new purpose. My walk was much more deeper. My whole life changed. There was nothing that I wasn't going to do to get to know God more and to get closer to the Lord. I know some people still may question what I just said. But when you are dealing with God, there is no mistaking. I know I wasn't asleep. I know I wasn't dreaming. I know I'm not crazy. And people who really know me know I'm not crazy either. But, and I didn't even have a name for this experience. And if you read my book, you won't see this anywhere. But I know now that this was an out-of-body experience. And I felt as if God came himself to see about me. Let me just tell you about before this, where my mind was. I was at a point where in my journey, I was watching a lot of near-death experiences, other people's experience with God, how they found God. And I was to the point where I had truly believed that they must have been special. I'm not that good. I'm not good enough. God doesn't love me like that. And I was really believing that. And I believe that this experience was just to let me know that he does love me. That he loves me just as much as he loves them. That I am good enough. So I feel like God came to see about me. And when I was just about to doubt him and give up on he don't love me like that, I think it was just enough, him just telling me that I do. Now, the bittersweet of this event is that I know I wanted that light more than anything, and if God would have let me, I would have gone to that light and never looked back. But the fact that I couldn't even stand to look at the light each time I took my eyes off the light is when I rolled back. It's bittersweet because I wanted it more than anything, but I couldn't take it. So, but at the time I wasn't saved. Maybe I just wasn't ready. It wasn't my time. I know. But all those things go through my head. But it still was a special and extraordinary experience. And it changed my whole life. There's no way you can be in the presence of something as powerful as that light and not have your life change. So when people see me and people know my walk now and who I am and what I'm doing and what I talk about, my walk is real, my talk is real, and God is real. And I just have a fire to let everybody know how real he actually is. And that's why I want people to share their God stories. But really more than that, I just want to encourage everybody to seek a personal, closer relationship with God for yourself. And I believe that he will respond to you. With that, I do encourage you to read the complete details of my story in my book. Ask me questions, Facebook, on my website, sherrykirkland.com. Give me a call if you got my number. I'm more than willing to talk about this, and I would love to hear other people's stories, especially if you have a story that's similar to mine. I would love to talk to you about it. I would love to hear about it, and I would love to share more. And my book is full of stories. Not this one was extraordinary and special, but my book is full of different God stories, encounters with God, experience with God. I believe he wants to respond to us all. This whole experience seemed to just last a few seconds, but thinking on the experience, I believe that it was much longer than that. I remember when I arrived to the void, I'm going to call it the black space, I had to come to the realization that I was in a place. And then after some time, I came to the realization that there was nothing in this place. And then after some time is when I realized that the light was even there. It's like the light was watching me and I didn't even realize it was there. So it seemed like this just came by in a few seconds, you know, I rolled into the darkness. I saw the light. I was back in my bed. But I believe it lasted much longer than that. So guys, that was another one of my God stories. This one was really difficult for me to share, but I am willing to talk about it. So if you have any questions, I just want to say again, you can reach out to me, sherrykirkland.com. You can reach out to me on Facebook, message me. It doesn't matter. If you have any questions, I would love to talk with you or answer your questions. That's it, guys. Love you. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Sometimes you got to gird up your own loins and prophesy over your own stuff. That's right. Said I'm changing. I came